hesitation. Got me going crazy. Keep it moving. I'm tuned in to True North Racing. The podcast that you need if you got the need for speed. John Morrison interviewing guests in the industry. Hey, short track, stock car racing. Gotta get it hype. Saturday night under the lights. Hear the engine rooming by. Smell the gas and feel the vibe. Going into overdrive. Drop the flag, then the car zooming by. Hey, True North Racing. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of the True North Racing Podcast presented by JoMo Media Promotions. I'm your host, John Morrison. Alongside me is Megan Mitchell. Megan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, John?
I'm doing pretty good. Just came back from driving the kids home. It was an interesting drive. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh boy.
I almost didn't make it back in time. If I stayed where I was going, I wouldn't have made it back in time. So luckily it changed my course and was able to get back just a little after 8 o'clock to start getting ourselves set up to do the show tonight.
That's still all right.
Yeah. How's your week? What'd you get up to?
My week, I just worked all week.
Yeah.
So that's all right. Weekend was better, but how was your week?
Depends on which day.
Yeah.
Work was crazy this week. It's pulling tarps and we have a bunch of guys coming in right now and we're just getting tarps and stuff being thrown at us left, right, and center. So it's been a long week. But what'd you get up to on the weekend that made it fun?
Now you got me thinking.
Oh, well, you said your weekend was better, Sunday. So I mean you had to something had to happen.
Just because it wasn't like I wasn't at work all day. So that was good. No, it was like really nice weather this weekend. I didn't go to any tracks this weekend. Instead, actually, we stayed and we worked on our own car.
I saw that.
It was good to get some little bit of work done. What else do we do? Parents came over on Saturday to play some pool and just hang out. So that was fun. And then today, same thing. Worked on the car today I just kind of watched. Did some other stuff I had to get done and had some dinner with my parents and my sister. So
nice. Sounds like a really good weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I was still kind of like sitting there on Saturday with Race Monitor watching Flamborough because I can't be away from Flamborough.
It was weird because I there's times I was like, oh, maybe I should check to see what's happening where and have a better idea. And then I'm like, you know what? No, like when I'm away from the track, I need to focus being away from the track. But there's still times I'm just like itching to like, okay, who finished where, who did what? Because you want to know, you want to see how, racing is such a big family sport. We're always, even though we're away from the track, we always want to be involved in everyone's life. So,
literally.
But even like, not like, we want to see how well they do. Like, you kept an eye on Caitlin all weekend to see how her race was. Unfortunately, she ended up DNFing in the second feature, which sucks to hear. Hopefully they figure out that motor issue. It's frustrating after a long off season that we especially we have in Canada to essentially have two motors so far. I don't know if it was the same motor that they put back in after doing some work, but after doing some work to it or whatever, now they've gone through two motors at this point, essentially. And I hope their luck turns around for them.
I do too, because she's got a lot of potential behind her, and when they get that figured out, I think she's gonna be good to go. So
absolutely,
I hope so for her. How was your weekend? What did you do?
Man, my weekend was I had my kids on the weekend, so that I love my kids, but that sideline means from going to the track, which is nothing wrong with that. I'd rather spend time with my kids at the house than drag them to a track and walk around and act like they're not there kind of thing. So I'd rather spend, quality time with my kids over taking them over to something that I want to do. We just hung around the house. We went, on the weekend, we celebrated Jacqueline's grandma's 90th birthday. So we all went out for breakfast yesterday. So that was actually really good. I had that. That breakfast was so good. We didn't eat lunch. And I ended up cooking like a fabulous dinner. For some reason, I'm getting really good at cooking pork chops on a smoker.
That's what I had for dinner tonight.
Is it?
Yeah.
But for some reason, like even the day later, my pork chops were still juicy.
That's good.
Oh yeah. So we're talking about like, hey, what else can we smoke? And I'm like, oh, and next week we're smoking turkey. So I'm excited about that to see how that turns out. And I'm hoping that in some point throughout there, because next week we actually have a really, really huge guest coming on. And I think I don't know if you've seen the list or not.
I don't remember the lineup. I thought I had it, but I don't.
So I'm going to announce it right now. Next week, we have the Iron Man himself, Gary Elliott, joining us.
Oh, right.
So we have Gary Elliott joining us next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk. I don't know if we're going to be able to stretch this out to a 3-hour podcast or what we're going to have to do, but we're going to try to fit in as much as possible. And, you know, next year he's got 50 years of racing under his belt. 50 years of Quaker State next year. I'm excited. You know, he's got these 124 scale die casts coming out in October, next year. I already picked up myself a couple. I'm excited for them. I can't wait to see them. It's gonna be such a great episode to talk about him, and you know, seeing how racing has evolved from his beginnings 50 plus years ago. It's gonna be a lot of fun to talk to him about that.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited for that one.
Oh yeah. But some cool things that are happening in this week's of motorsports, the NASCAR Pinty Series just started on the weekend. Did you catch any of the action or no?
No.
Did you see who won?
Wait, which one is that? Where is that?
It was at Sunset, the Pinties.
I'm not gonna lie, like anymore, I have fell out with what division is what, but like I did see that Ray Morneau won, and I was like, yes.
Yes, Ray Morneau won at Delaware Speedway on Friday night. Congratulations to Ray and their entire team. They have put in a lot of work over the offseason in the past couple of years. It's exciting to see that team thrive, and hopefully, I think there might be, I don't know what kind of schedule they're running with the APC stuff this year, but hopefully we see some maybe we might see a full season out of him. Who knows, right? But it would be really cool to see that. But that series gets underway this coming weekend, I believe, up at Sunset as well. But Trayton Lapsovich won the Pinty Series on Saturday night.
Oh, right.
And what's really cool about that is that you had, Rafael Lozard finished second, Brandon Watson finished third. But we have Trayton Lapsovich and Brandon Watson, who are top tier guys in our Ontario Pro Late Model division, getting up to the Pinty Series and running competitively, running up front. That's a move I love to see. We love to see our younger guys.
Dream of.
Oh yeah. Hey, strive for that dream. You never know where it'll take you.
Never know.
Keep pushing, right? But I'm excited to see how the APC goes this weekend. I think APC goes this weekend. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna feel like an idiot if they're not.
I'm pretty sure it is the 21st.
I'm pretty positive too, or else I'm gonna feel like a real big idiot for bringing this up.
I'm like 99.9%.
That's the same with me too. I'm just like, it's got to be ready. Like it's got to be happening here soon.
But like my point whatever percent, like 0.1%. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
very possible.
Yes, I am correct. So this Saturday, May 21st up at Sunset Speedway, the APC United Late Model Series is happening. That's gonna be a great race. I love the track. I want to get back out there again. I'm thinking we gotta run over some things and make sure everything all sets up. But there's a chance that Jack and I might actually be going to Sunset that day. So nice. On June, not this Saturday, because obviously we got to be there for the CVM.
I was gonna say, wait, hold on.
No. We're looking to go to Sunset on June 4th. Okay. So the CVMs are off. That may be a day of double track. I don't know yet. It's one of those things we got to see how finances are. We may go to Sauble for practice and then leave early because we want to get some in-car footage, get some videos and stuff of cars on track, and then head on down to Sunset and enjoy some racing from the grandstand side, because that it's such a phenomenal place to watch racing, and especially the multi-groove level there that they got. It helps with passing so much.
I'd love to try that out.
Well, let's get the bone stock ready and let's go one weekend. Make sure it's an off weekend for the CVMs, and I'll come join you guys and I'll crew for you guys.
Definitely. That'd be fun. I'm definitely planning on, doing some traveling eventually. So
yeah,
maybe not this year, but we'll get there.
All right. So next year, let's plan for it. You're going on Outlaw. You're just pick a night and just go racing somewhere.
I told someone I was going to APC late model racing next year. So that ain't happening.
If any team owners are looking for a feisty driver, contact Megan Mitchell.
One feature win under my belt,
In what, like 5 starts?
I'm ready to go pro.
In like 5 starts? I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's still a pretty decent race to win ratio there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm humble about it.
But anyways, we're gonna slide on over to our last topic in our segment here, and that is last week we had part 1 of our mental health month chat, and last week we had Kaylin Wallace talk to her about what mental health meant to her, and she obviously shared some of her stories. So if you guys want to go back, that's episode 58. You guys can find it on all the major podcasting platforms, including YouTube. So Megan, take it away. What does mental health mean to you, and tell us a little bit about your story.
I'm gonna try not to get emotional, because last week Kate made me cry. But I don't know, mental health means a lot to me, and Carson Nagy shared something today that I thought was just perfect. It nailed it. He talked about, people struggling in silence, and you don't know who's struggling and what they're struggling with, but just to have somebody there to listen to you. You can't always save them, you can't always fix what's going on, but just to be there and listen to them is huge. So to me, that's a lot for, I don't know how I'm trying to word it, but it was so accurate to me. Growing up, I didn't really have many friends. I was kind of on my own. Once I went to high school, I literally had nobody. Grade 9, my sister was still in grade 8, and I sat at my locker by myself. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't have anyone to listen to me. So it's hard. And I'm glad now that I do have people around that do at least sit and listen to me, that will talk to me about things and give me just different perspectives. And it really helps. And that's a huge thing for mental health that I think everybody needs. Everyone needs at least one person to be there and listen. And it's just mental health to me is, it comes in a lot of different forms. A lot of people think that it's always suicide, self-harm. And when I was in high school, my first job that was when my mental health really declined. My cousin passed away at the age 11 when I was in grade 9 or 10, and he was like my brother. It had an awful effect on me. And I'm not going to call anyone out, but my first job that I had somebody tell me, suck it up. You don't self-harm yourself, so it's not that bad. And I'm like, I might not physically. Yeah, it's awful. I'm like, I might not physically take a blade to my skin, but I self-harmed myself in other ways. It I would sleep all day. I couldn't shower. I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't do daily things, and it ended up having a physical effect on me. And to me, that was a self-harm.
Yeah.
And some people don't get it. They don't think that that's what it is, and it is. And even now, I've lost a lot of friends because of it, because not everybody understands. And another kind of self-harm, I guess, that I do is I shut myself in. When I'm in a dark place, I don't talk to people. I don't talk to my friends. I stop talking to my family. I'm just I make it worse for myself. And a lot of my friends don't see that. And they'll sit there and say, oh, Megan's a bad friend because she doesn't talk to me anymore. She doesn't come out with me. And, you know, with my anxiety, I've never been able to go out places because I'm paranoid. I'm scared that if I go out somewhere like hours away, something's going to happen to my family. You know, someone's going to get in an accident and like get seriously hurt or pass away or something, and I'm not going to be there. So I can't get myself to leave places, and it all comes back to my mental health, and it's hard. And being a race car driver and dealing with it, like, you hear a lot of ignorant comments about you shouldn't be behind the wheel of a car if you have anxiety. You shouldn't be behind the wheel if you have depression, if you have bipolar disorder, anything. Like, and it's not true. Like, and that's kind of what my goal is. Like, my goal as a race car driver isn't even just this, because it's what I've wanted to do my entire life. But growing up, I always said, I want to start something for motorsports that talks about mental health. So when I came across Lift the Visor, it was like perfect. Like, I was totally meant to cross paths with Jory, and he, in a sort, saved my life, because like, I'm not sure if I could have dealt with what I went through last year on the track without Lift the Visor, without words of not words of encouragement, but just some of the things that I learned from him and from Lift the Visor and from the people who support it. And I mean, as a driver, it's hard because there's a lot of emotions that come with racing. And a lot of people think that it's going to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. They think you're going to get out of a car and be just happy, which there are drivers who do that, and I aspire to be like that. But with what I deal with, I can't be. And the amount of times that as a driver, I've sat in the car with my helmet on and I've cried is just, it's crazy. And for me, with what I've dealt with in life, that's just what I want to do, is just kind of open it up and let people know that it's not impossible to battle your mental health and still drive a race car and still be competitive. Like, and I mean, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but like, I feel like I really showed that last year. Like, I ran up front quite a bit. I got my first feature win, and I've had drivers reach out to me and applaud me for it. I've had drivers reach out and tell me that, you know, say to me, you're the reason why I decided to get behind the wheel of a car. And I've cried about it because I'm like, that's my goal. That's all I want to do, is to show people that, you know, you can deal with these things. And it's just something that I seriously want to help normalize in the like motorsport community. And it was amazing last year to see how many people jumped on board genuinely with Lift the Visor, with speaking out about mental health. And it felt really good to me. So it's like, I'm not sure, you know, it's a lot for me. Like, I've dealt with it my entire life, and I might not be like other people, and other people might think that I'm not as bad. They might think that, you know, looking at social medias and stuff, like, oh, you know, this person's life is perfect. And it's like, social media is a mask. Like, exactly. And I mean,
we all lie. Like,
absolutely. And it's like, I've had a lot of people sit there and tell me, you know, stop posting about your win. Like, people are sick and tired of seeing it. And I'm like, well, to me, that's part of my coping.
Yeah.
I dealt with a lot of awful stuff last year. I'm not gonna bring it up because
it was last year. It's
trouble for it, and it's last year. Yeah. And I try to let it
leave that
go.
stuff in the past, right?
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. To me, that was part of my coping, is just, you know, I want to focus on the good things that happen.
Yeah.
I don't, the negative stuff to me can stay in the past. The positive stuff, I'm going to carry it with me. And it goes for everything outside of racing. Like, I do it for everything. I remember every good time that I had. It's kind of like when my cousin passed away, I try not to think about the bad times, because there were bad times that we had. We were like siblings. We got into arguments. We got into physical altercations.
Hey, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's like, it's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna carry on with it. Like, but I don't know. Mental health is huge to me, and that's why I like represent that. Thanks.
The aggressive dog returns.
Yeah, really. He just sounds mean.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, at the end of the day, that's why I represent the lift the visor and that logo, because to me, that logo means it's a safe place. Like, you see it on my helmet, you see it on my car, on my truck. It's just to tell people, you can come here. You can come hang out in my pit. I'm not going to question you. If you need someone to just simply be in your presence because you're in a dark spot, feel free. Like,
yeah,
come hang out. You don't even have to say anything to me. You don't have to tell me what's going on. Just, I'm open. I'm an open book. Like,
yeah.
I will tell you anything. And, you know, I had a lot of it last year where we did have people come and just kind of hang out. You know, Scott Tonelli, we grew like a really good bond through racing, through Lift the Visor. And that was my goal last year. At the end of the day, yes, I wanted to do well, but I just wanted to share that message that nobody's alone. It might feel like it, but at the end of the day, you're not alone. Like,
absolutely.
And
none of us are alone.
It's like, at the end of the day, it's an open message from me. You know, I'm here for anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I don't know you. I don't care if, you know, if we were friends at one point and now we're not. If you need me, I'm here. Like, yep. That's just, I know what it's like to be left alone and to have your friends leave you. So, you know, I just want to change that narrative. There's such a negative stigma to it, and I just want to change it.
Absolutely. You know, that's the thing is, I'm as soon, you know, there's you and I, we talked quite a bit before, and because you'd always message me like after an episode drops, like, oh my God, I listened to it, I love it. So like we kind of started talking a little bit, but like not a whole lot. And then of course, like once everything happened with Jory and you know, you started telling your story, I'm sitting here, I'm just like, wow, like that's incredible. Like that, you know, someone like yourself, because you did a Instagram live with him one night, and I sat there and I listened because I didn't have anything else going on. So I was like, you know what, I'll tune in. And to hear your story and to hear you and Jory just talk, it was like a relief for me to hear that, because there's times where people do struggle with anxiety and depression, and sometimes it's hard to get past that. It's because it's not always just self-harming. It's how your brain deals with stuff. Like and for you guys to sit there, break it down, talk about it, explain it, and learn how you're going day to day, it made a lot more sense to me. And of course, talking more, because, you know, once Michael left the first round of the driver's seat and then we brought you in, you opened up more. We started talking, you know, every other day or so, or every day at one point for dealing with the show. And it was just the stuff we would talk about that helped me realize, like, oh, like it's you helped me. It did help me realize a lot more as well. So that's trying to think of the wording here to go. But so I from you guys starting off, between you and Jory starting off and helping break that conversation, it grew to something. And you know, it was infectious. You got, you know, I believed in Jory's message, and from the first video I saw on TikTok, you know, there's so many times I believed in it, and to see him come out here and do it and help people share their stories, and it's remarkable. And I'm so glad to see how people come up to you. It's like, you're the reason why I'm still in this. That's awesome to hear, because the thing I always say is that you always got to treat yourself the way you want 5-year-old you to see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If 5-year-old you would be upset with you with the way you treat other, you know, if you walked up to your 5-year-old self and you treated him a way that you didn't like, change your way. Because if 5-year-old you wouldn't like it, no one's. That's the thing. If someone's rude to you at 5 years old, they're not gonna be nice to you for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm. And
right?
I saw something about that not long ago. I can't remember how it was worded, but it basically said something along the lines of, can you imagine, come the end of your life, you walk into a dark room and there's all of your toys from your childhood, and there's 5-year-old you in the corner, and they say to you, was it worth it? And that changed a lot of my perspectives on everything. And I mean, I do it in my daily life now. I try to change the way I react to things, because I can admit I react to things very bad. Like the amount of times last year that I got upset about something that happened on the track, and I got out of the car and I started going off. And yes, I would say something stupid like, oh my God, I can't stand that. I'm going to wreck that car. I didn't mean it. I was angry, and I shouldn't have ever said it, because it led me to some really bad situations. And I mean, when I saw that, I thought about it, and I'm like, no, if I would have told 5-year-old me that I said that, she would have been so mad.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make me feel any better. And I mean, same with on the road, you know, I'm driving, there's a car in front of me, they're going slow, I have somewhere to be, and I'm getting angry because I can't get around them. And I go around them and I see an old man or an old woman in there, and I try to think to myself, why am I getting mad? That could be my grandma, that could be my grandpa. Like,
absolutely.
You know, it's just, I try to think about things from everybody else's perspective now, and it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, Megan, thanks for taking the time and to talk about mental health, what it meant to you, and hopefully a lot more people come forward and we talk about it more, and we embrace it, and you know, it's no longer a stigma. It's something that we talk about a lot more. Next week, we're going to wrap it up with part 3. I know you guys are already annoying enough hearing my voice for a long period of time. But next week, we're going to share what mental health means to me. And I think next week, up until that point, I'm going to let you girls run it. So that way, when I go to talk, then it's not sounding so condescending or like I'm running the show and you guys are just like there. Gotta put you guys to work too. I can't, like, you guys had the driver's seat, you guys ran that show, I just sat there. So like now I gotta, I'm like, we're still trying to figure out how to merge the two shows together. So we'll get there. We're gonna get there. I gotta learn to
I said, I think we're doing all right. So
I think we're doing fantastic. I just gotta learn to shut the hell up and sit back sometimes. But so this week in the JoMo Media Rundown on Friday, May 13th, on Friday the 13th, down at Delaware Speedway, we had Joe Lawrence finishing P4 in the pure stocks, Jaden Smith P5, the BT racing car number 4 finished. What?
He said Jaden Smith.
Oh, Jaden Chapman. I don't know what the hell. All right, we're gonna run this back. The pure stocks of Delaware. Joe Lawrence in the number 78 finished P4. Jaden Chapman finished P5 in the number 50 car. The BT Racing car of number 4 finished P17. Chris Lawrence finished P35. Wade Thorne finished 36, and that was remarkable. We're going to bring up that in just a second here. And then Cassie Howard finished 39th. That was a hard hit from Wade Thorne coming out of 4, because that is, you're on the loud pedal. When anything goes, you're not top speed, but you don't realize until you actually hit the wall. But that was such a hard hit. And then I'm not laughing at it, but it was such a slow roll.
It was
almost as if the car was just like, and I'm done, complete. Like, what's the movie Zootopia, which is like, I'm dying, and she takes like forever to die. That's exactly what I picture that being in a race car. Literally. Like, he hit the wall hard.
Mm-hmm.
He's going straight, and the next thing you know, you see the right front just climb up and then just slowly tip over. You know, the best part about that is Wade did walk away from it. He is fine. He's a little sore, but unfortunately, they got a lot of work to do to that 16 car of Alex Stewart's. Wade borrowed it because on the weekend, Nicole Stewart got married, so she's no longer Nicole Stewart. She's Nicole Givens. So congratulations to Phil and Nicole on their marriage. Hopefully, you guys have a long-lasting marriage. But Alex was up there, obviously, for the wedding, with it being his sister. I think his sister would kill him if he wasn't there. Because I had that talk when my friend got married. It's like, you better not go racing when I'm getting married. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'm booking that day off. I'm not going to the track. No, ma'am.
Well,
I went to the track the next day. But it was an invitational. We had to go. We should have gone. Like, but anyways, in the super stocks, David Rockwood finished P14 on Saturday, May 14th at Flamborough, the pure stocks. We had another pair of top 5s with Cameron Thompson and the pure stocks finishing 3rd and 5th. So congratulations, Cameron, on your first top 5 and a top 3 podium finish. Congratulations. Mini stocks, we had Kalen Walls unfortunately finishing P8 and DNFing. On the Ontario Pro Challenge, Jay Pepin, who normally runs the 43 CVM, got into an Ontario Pro Challenge ride for the night, and he finished P6 both times. So, man, great job for him. And the super stocks, Brandon Feeney came down from Peterborough way and scored himself a couple pair of 6th place finishes as well. Sunset in the mini stocks, we had Madison Teen Camp coming home with another 15th place finish of the season. That team is just, they're starting a little bit further back in the field and working their way up. So great job, Madison. Keep up the good work. And in the super stock, Dan Archibald finished, looks like P3 according to Race Monitor. But when I did Race Monitor earlier, I found out I was wrong on a lot of these. So hopefully these are correct. If I'm wrong, just message me, let me know. So let's slide over to our CVM update. This coming weekend, May 21st, the club is back in action after a 2-week hiatus. I'm excited to get back with the club, getting back to Flamborough Speedway. I'm hopefully we have more cars. I know John Carley's going to be out. I think his car is all ready to go. Pit gates open at 4, grandstands 5, racing gets underway at 6. I don't remember who's all on the card for the day, but I think I should make sure I check when I do something like this. I need to take a look back and make sure everything is I have all who's running. I'm pretty sure the pure stocks are probably running. Mini stocks are probably running. I think the super stocks and the prolates are off though, because I think they're both running Sunset.
I think so.
Maybe. I think it's time to go check Sobel, or not Sobel. Oh boy. So many times I have to catch myself. See, and I just opened up freaking Sobel Speedway's Instagram page. Oh, tell me you have too many handles without telling me you have too many handles.
Yeah, really.
I got 4 of them.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that what I think it is? Oh yeah. Looks like this weekend is 100 laps for the Ontario Sportsman Series. Oh, that's gonna be at Flamborough. I hit the wrong one. Flamborough, and we got to go find pictures. So, that sometimes I think I need to have all the posts in. Like I feel like I need to have everything posted or like everything in my phone. I'm like, oh, I should probably do this. And I realize I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I get my hopes up. Oh, we're just about there. And let's see what we got here. Can we open up, please? There we go. Yep. This Saturday is brought to you by Klotz, and it's Ontario Sportsman Series, 100 laps for the late models division. I'm excited to see those guys come back out. They've had such a resurgence. That's a division I love to see because they're absolutely nuts. But they got 100 laps going on Saturday night. And then, of course, you got the best division out there, the Canadian Vintage Modifieds. We also have the Super Stocks, Mini Stocks, Pure Stocks, and Pro 4s. Oh, this is going to be a long night, too. We got spectator drags at intermission.
Oh, yes.
Get out there. Come, you got to get your butt out there for the week. So it's going to be an action-packed week of race, or a weekend of racing at Flamborough Speedway. So if you guys can't make it up to Sunset Speedway on Saturday night, make sure you guys come on out to Flamborough Speedway. The Sportsman division will put on an amazing show. The CVMs, if you love vintage looking cars that still race competitively, that's a division you want to go see. Make sure you guys are also following them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just had to put that out there. I don't know why. Felt like I needed to. But that's such a great division. The Super Stocks, Mini Stocks, Pure Stocks, Pro 4s, they're also going to put on a great show. I'm excited to get to the track this week. I'm more excited now. My GoPros are charging right now. It's gonna be a great night. Are you gonna come out? Is the question.
We'll
Come
see.
hang out.
I know. I really want to. I know I'm going.
Jacqueline's coming.
Okay. Sold. I know I'm going out Schweigen on Friday.
On Friday, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't make it. We were seriously considering it, and I think it was Thursday. Jacqueline goes, "I can't go." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I work that night." I'm like, "All right," but we're definitely gonna find another night to go. A night that a weekend we don't have the kids, because that's such a late night to take your kids to. When you're almost 2 hours away from there, it hurts a little bit.
It does. Absolutely. So I'm lucky. I'm like 15 minutes away. So it's not bad.
We were thinking about camping, finding a spot to camp, or like finding a cheap motel for the night or something, and that way like we're covered, we set up, we're good, and then we just head over to Flamborough the next day, and you're saving gas because you're not driving back all the way back to Brampton and then back to Flamborough. So I don't know. There's still maybe a chance we might camp out at a track for this summer, and yeah. So come on, if you're out, come on out.
The way I sit there with race monitor on, watching when I'm not there, I'm like, I might as well just go. Like,
exactly. All right.
No car yet.
No, but hopefully soon, right?
It's getting there.
All right. So what do you say we bring in Chris now? We got Chris waiting for us. All right. All right, guys. Joining us this week is driver number 34 Mini Stock, Chris Pendlebury. Chris, how are you, man?
Pretty good, buddy. How's it going?
Not too bad. You were at Flamborough Speedway last night. How was it?
It was pretty good. We ended off finishing third in the first feature, and then we were running fourth. Last lap, we made contact with the 16 and got turned around, but just come back out strong next week.
Absolutely. You're running a full season at Flamborough Speedway this year after kind of you were going to run Varney last year, and then you end up just outlawing it, so to speak, last year and just running different tracks. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was fun, man. Touring, like going to Sunset and stuff like that. Like it was pretty good. Really enjoyed that track. A lot of good people, made quite a few good friends up there as well. So it was really nice to do.
That's actually funny. Megan and I were just talking about Sunset Speedway just a few minutes ago, saying that she should bring up her Pure Stock maybe next year and go run an event up there. What would you have to say to her to make her make that decision to go up there?
Honestly, like once you start going to different tracks all over Ontario, like it's probably one of the best things to do. Like Sean Taylor started doing it this year. I know Cole Quinton, he's doing it this year as well. Like, no one's really set in stone on where they're running. They're just going out having fun. And if you're in it for fun, then go do it.
Looks like a good track. I'd like to try it.
Yeah, you just stay as high as long as you can and dip low. It's not like Flamborough. It's way different.
It would take me a while to get used to. Well, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
If you're good at ripping the outside, that's a pretty good track to if you can get a car to work on that outside,
yeah,
you're pretty set. But let's get back to last year a little bit here. You know, you ran around the track, around the province, and not only did you run around the province crewing driving your mini stock, you also were around crewing for TJ Edwards last year in his 34 Oscar modified. How was that, changing it up a little bit and going to help out the modifieds?
Oh man, it's a whole different scene, man. It's pretty wild. You learn a lot of different things, a lot of things I would have never even guessed on, to be honest. So yeah, it was really nice.
It's kind of funny having you back on a little bit, because we've chatted to a few other guys who've come on from the first episode, from the first season. Last time we had you on was episode 2 of this show.
Yeah.
And we recorded that, I think it was November of 2020.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a long time ago now. And last year, you know, you had JoMo media on the side of your car because I ended up winning a freaking raffle for you.
Yeah.
Who was put on the raffle again? I can't remember. Was it
Jeff Clem?
It was Jeff Laflamme, yeah. So
yeah.
he freaking puts, he's like, oh, John, you know, $20 or whatever, it's, you know, I'll help out. I'm like, all right. So I put in there, go for a raffle, win the tires. Immediately Chris messaged me. He's like, dude, you won. I'm like, what did I win? He goes, the raffle. And at that point, I was on a really good streak of raffles.
Yeah, it was good.
Like, I won that helmet from Grisdale's Racing Products. I just don't know why. Don't ask me why. I was like, they were putting up racing equipment. I was like, screw it. $50 or $60, whatever it was. Screw it. Oh, I can't. I think I won with number 9. Like, number 9 takes the helmet. I'm like, what? And then Chris goes, oh, Jeff, you know, I think I picked number 32 again, or I think I picked 9 as well. End up winning the freaking tires. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then he had another raffle, and then Chris goes and puts his in, and he wins another set of tires.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Then no one wanted to buy tickets anymore for the raffle.
And then I got offers for the tires, and I was like, no, they're already spoken for, because Chris already knew they were going to go for him if he won. He's like, oh, what do you want for them? I was like, just give me back the money I put into it. Yeah,
no, it was really good. It was a big help for the season, that's for sure. I mean, tires are pricey, right? So, I mean, you're still on one side of the car. I just had to put a new wrap on the other side. So that's the only reason it's not on there now.
Yeah. But no, man, that's, you know, I was riding around with you guys last year, and, you know, I believe, if I remember correctly, I saw that you got a feature win last year. Or was it a heat win?
It was a heat win.
It was a heat win. Okay. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
But anyways, a win's a win. What did that feel like for you?
That was pretty good. I mean, the car's quick. Driver's getting old, so it was last year was a little hard. Car didn't finish kind of where we wanted it. We got in quite a few wrecks. Varney was a lot different to run than running Flamborough. So by mid-season, we just said, well, we're just out to have fun. We'll go try some different tracks and stuff like that.
And that makes the most sense. If you're not having fun at a certain place, if it's costing you an arm and a leg to keep returning, just start traveling, go have some fun.
Yeah.
Might as well put that money in your own gas tank and head off to another track and try it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to start at the rear anyways. Might as well just go out there, get some laps, gain some knowledge. And, you know, you're definitely quick in your mini stock. And, you know, you started off in pure stocks, and even then you were pretty quick. I don't think you ever grabbed a checker flag there.
No, it's close.
You were close, but you have Russ Aiken's old 71 mini stock, and it's still quick as hell. And
yeah,
you know, then this year you're sharing a ride with Eric Stewart.
Correct.
So that's gonna be interesting to see. When does he take over his driving duties on the car?
This Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna take her out Tuesday for practice. We just got off the phone a little while ago. He's gonna pick her up Tuesday, and he's gonna do double duty on Saturday, pure stock and the mini.
Oh wow! So he's gonna have to get both cars down there, I guess, before before he has to go out in the pure stock to essentially roll all the way. Hopefully he doesn't win, because then I don't know what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to keep they'll send him to the rear then to start the feature for the mini stock.
Yeah, I did kind of already talk to the track and asked if they could put a feature in between. So we'll see if that happens. I really hope it does.
I hope so too, because when guys are driving double duty like that, it's difficult to, because you never know what's going to happen. If they pull out a win, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you want the car counts on there, you got to kind of move some stuff around for certain people sometimes just to help out, right?
Absolutely. But so anyways, how did the sharing of the ride happen for you and Eric? Like what was the talks like there?
Basically it just kind of happened over the winter. Like we were just chatting and whatever, and he's part of LRR as well, right? So yep. I just said, like you did a really good job in your rookie season. So like, do you want to try the mini out for a while I'm off helping TJ in the mod? And he was, oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. So we set all that up, and he knows all the dates he's going to be running, and yeah, it's good.
Nice. That's gonna be pretty fun for him. But yeah. What are your plans for 2022? Like you're racing with your mini stock part-time, sharing the ride with Eric, and then you're also going to go help TJ. Is there there anything else that's going on?
No, that's basically it. Just keep that car at Flamborough and run it in for points. We're up there pretty good right now, and we're just going to try and stay there.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You always got to keep the car out there to keep it competitive, right?
Yeah.
Let's jump into our little fan question period here, which actually you're the one who suggested this from the start.
Yeah.
Megan, Chris is actually the one who suggested, like, oh, why don't you do this? I'm like, oh, all right, sure. And it's worked out pretty well for us.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it makes sense. It helps the show go a little bit longer, and you get some fan questions and answers.
Absolutely. And usually it's just drivers just busting other drivers' balls, and you know what? I live for it. It's because
thank Corey McAllister for that question.
I'm gonna add that one. So Megan's gonna take over for this one. But anyways, I'm gonna tee it up here. So what it is every weekend, on Sundays around noon, we put a post on our Facebook, Instagram. I neglect Twitter, so I'm sorry if no one sees anything on Twitter, but I try to get up stuff uploaded on Twitter, but sometimes I just forget about it. But we post saying that who our guest is for the week. So this week it was Chris, and we ask you guys to send in your questions for our guest for the week. So Chris, we got a couple questions for you. Megan, you're going to tee them up here for them.
All right. So Cole Quinton wants to know, what would be another race car that you would like to drive in the future?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to step inside a mod because I've done a lot of work on TJs and that's been quite fun, but really anything, to be honest, like super stock, limited late model, anything. Just move up.
And I almost messed it up and said Alex. Eric Stewart says, are you worried about me driving your car?
The only thing I'm worried about is if he wins a race and I don't yet. That's it. Other than that, no, he's good. He's clean. He's a good driver, and I'm not worried at all.
All right. And then the third question, which Corey McAllister asked on when TJ Edwards shared the post earlier, he goes, will he announce retirement after the wedding? A bunch of laughing emojis and then just kidding.
No. There'll be no retirement after the wedding at all.
All right, Chris, that was our fan question period. Megan, we want to thank you for teeing up our guests this week with questions. Maybe this is going to be a segment for you going down the future I think that'll be a good one. But of course, we want to thank all our fans and everyone for submitting questions. And, thank you, Chris, for answering them.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
So I jumped over a couple of the topics we were going to talk about here. I don't know why, but so we're going to go back a little bit here. with you and TJ working together a lot, how has that helped you become a better driver?
Just learning a lot of different aspects of the vehicle, like staggers and stuff like that. Like I've never really thought about anything like that, and then setting up the car is way different. Like it's a lot different setting up a rear wheel big car like his compared to mine, but like he has jumped in my car, ran it, changed a few things, set it up, and then I ask him what he did, and he just says, "Don't worry about it, go drive it." And it works amazing, right? So then he'll tell me. So yeah, it's been a lot of learning and really good.
That's all right. Hey, you know what? That's the best part about it is, you know, sometimes it's best not to ask what's done to it, but as a driver, you definitely want to know what's happened to your car, so that way you guys can make so you guys know for the future, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the other one we wanted to go over here is who's gonna get their first feature win, because with you and Eric sharing a ride this year, which you guys are both top dogs. Eric just got himself a feature in the pure stock division last weekend there. So yeah. You know, who's gonna get their first feature win in a mini stock in the mini stock, you or him?
Man, in all honesty, I don't know if anybody can catch that 2 car right now. I feel like we're all going out there fighting for second. And as far as I'm concerned, second place is like a win for right now. So, you know, we're going to change a few things after the wedding once we can put some more money into the race car that we want to. And yeah, we're basically either one doesn't matter, as long as that Chevy Cobalt's in victory lane, doesn't bother me. If he wants to put her in there, do it a whole bunch of times.
You know, that's the thing with double features, you have double the opportunity to get out there and score yourself a victory. But one thing I want to talk about here is the one thing I've noticed this year is we're down in car counts severely in the mini stocks, essentially across the boards. We're down. Why do you think we're low on the car counts right now?
I don't think a lot of cars are ready. They're waiting on a lot of parts. There's a big part shortage right now from like anything.
Yeah.
Last night was actually pretty good. We had about 14 cars. A few did show up and basically
offloaded, then loaded up on the trailer.
Loaded right back up because something was broke or whatever. Like, guys go over their cars as much as they can until it comes time to actually get on the track, and then they find something different, right? So hopefully by mid-season we get cars out there. Like Matt Young came out there and he showed up to his boss. He ran a really good race, so it was really nice to see him up front.
Yeah, we Michael Kenny was there, and he was one of those guys who offloaded and loaded back up. Unfortunately, he had a timing chain issue, he told me on his car today. So
yeah, I swear if that guy didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all.
Yeah,
that's crappy couple of years, that guy for sure.
Yeah, he's hopefully they get themselves turned around here and right their ship again and get back out there and be competitive like they have been in the past.
That's right.
So yeah, so you're getting married. When's the wedding?
June 18th.
June 18th. Wow, we're just about a month away there, eh?
Yep, that's right.
Well, congratulate. If I don't talk, I'm sure I'll talk to you before then. But congratulations for you guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
I know you guys just picked up the wedding certificate on Friday.
Yeah, we sure did.
So that's pretty scary, picking it up on Friday the 13th. That's pretty ballsy in my opinion.
Yep, that's right. That's right. At 1:00 when it was 1,300 hours, and everything was 13.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe it's good luck.
Hopefully. Hey, yeah. if it's good luck, then you got to change your number to 13 as well.
Yeah.
That's the only way to make that work.
That's right.
All right, Chris. Well, I know you got to head off and run out to work here in just a little bit. Yep. So I'll send you off here and to go relax for the next little bit before you head off to work. But we want to thank you for jumping on with us this week. And it was great catching up with you again and seeing how what your plans are for 2022. And hopefully I'll see you this, well, maybe not this weekend, but hopefully I'll catch you at the track again soon.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you very much for having me on.
No problem. Anytime. Is there anyone you want to thank for to help you out through the year?
Oh man, I gotta thank Can Do Homes, Industrial Water Blast, Just Foam It, yourself for the tires, Natasha Peterson, Paulie's Racing at Paul Huskins. He's been a big help for sure. London Recreational, Mike Schmidt. He does way too much for the racing community. TJ, I mean, he's there anytime I need him. Doesn't matter when it is. He's always there and stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you sign off for the night. And again, man, thanks for coming on with us. And we'll chat. We'll talk to you later.
Hey, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye now.
How's it going?
All right, guys. So, of course, we want to thank Chris for jumping on with us this week. Hopefully he has a good night at work, and hopefully he enjoys himself up at Sunset Speedway this weekend, helping out with TJ Edwards with his number 34 modified. And we got to say big good luck to Eric Stewart this weekend, as he's going to be taking out Chris's number 34 mini stock. So that's going to be, he's pulling double duty. That's going to be, that's going to be crazy for him.
Maybe I'll have to do what and Jordan Morris before have to park his mini on the infield and go park the pure stock on the infield and jump out, get into the mini stock.
The things we do for racing,
literally, that's dedication.
That is dedication. Half the time I'm just if I knew someone's running double duties, I'm like, all right, let's see how long it takes for them to get out of one car and then come all the way down for the next one, because depending on where you park, it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just off of turn 2 and you don't have to go to tech,
yeah,
you pull your car in, jump in the other one, and it's already running, and you just drive off, right? And you start strapping yourself in on your way down. But if you're all the way down to where we are, you can't double duty.
Yeah,
that's next to impossible. But it's possible, because unless you have to go through tech, that's the downfall. If you have to go through tech, that's what's going to delay a show, is if you end up having to go through tech. But hopefully hopefully they both have a great 2022 season. And with Eric Stewart already getting a win in the pure stocks this week, or last week, sorry, not this past week. Because again, we had 2 females win the pure stocks at Flamborough, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, good luck to them. But we're gonna slide over to our JoMo Media Apparel. If you guys stuck around this long, thank you. First of all, thank you guys for sticking around with us. But the one cool thing we got, and I'm so happy to show this off right now, because on top of hats, t-shirts, we're going to have some new things coming out here over the course. We're going to start stockpiling. So if you guys got something you guys want to think about, let us know. We're going to be continuing having t-shirts, hoodies, I gotta figure out how we can get more hats made up, because I love my hats, and I'm not a big fan of the flex fit. I want more of the snapbacks. That's kind of my kind of feel right now. But some new things we got going on. I'm so happy to show this, because this has been something that's been waiting for me for a while, and I'm so glad. And I just picked it up tonight. When we're recording this, it's Sunday night. I just picked this up nearly, at this point, is about 3.5 hours ago. So anyone on YouTube, enjoy the view. This is our first official look at the JoMo Media True North Racing Podcast tumbler. We are going to have these in stock soon, so get your orders in. I got to figure out, I got to talk to my friend about everything. But these tumblers are awesome. I love them. They're convenient. They're great for hiding your alcohol anywhere you want. I'm just kidding. You shouldn't be drinking anywhere you want to. I swear, guys, it's just water. Just to stay hydrated. But I'm looking to also get keychains and lanyards made up as well. So I already know, I think Megan already wants one of the tumblers, because they're absolutely amazing. They look great. So I already know she wants an order of one. I know Keelan wants one. I feel like I'm gonna have to stockpile these, because these might go the best. I feel like. I'm
gonna be good.
Oh, when you look at them, they're majestic almost.
Literally.
They need its own stand. I need to have a stand that sits right here.
I like the lights shining.
Yeah, well, I got that. But this is something that my friend's been working on for a while. I told her she does this stuff. And I said, I'm like, hey, if you ever need to try something, she created the True North Racing podcast logo. She created the JoMo Media logo. I'm so proud of her. She's been a dear friend of mine for a long time. She started a business called Tailored to You. So if you guys want to look at stuff like that, she's on Facebook and Instagram. She does awesome work. I love it. She's been a dear friend of mine. She does markets. And if this is going to be a plug for her. If any of my friends want to get any of the drivers who are out there who want to go out and sell some merchandise next week at I think it's the Bloom in Erin. It is a outdoor market. It's a 10 by 10 spot, and you can take your merchandise out there and go and sell some stuff. It's up in Erin. Next week it's free. Usually I think it's like $60 an event or something like that, I think, but it's low cost. But if you're into the markets, it's a great one. It's just starting out, but I feel like it's going to be big coming forward. They are every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Bloom in Erin, off of Highway 124. She does a lot of my stuff that I'm starting to get more of. And like the Blue Jays tumbler I have, she's done that one. She's done a few others as well. So she does a great work. Her craftsmanship is second to none. And next year we're going to go full in on the merch that we're going to have t-shirts, hats, hoodie, or not the hats. We're going to have t-shirts and hoodies being provided to her from her. And we're going to make sure we stockpile them. So that way, if, maybe I'll have to ship some off to Megan to take to the track with us and sell them as well next year. But that's the plan going forward. So if you guys can think of anything else we're looking for, it's we got some great things coming on this year. If you guys want your merch, we're still through Epic Racewear. Head over to their website. You guys can pick up hats, hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves. What else can we get there? Tank tops. But yeah, we still have a store there that still does our stuff for right now. But until we get a full thing set up with my friend, and that'll be for 2023. So stay tuned to that, guys. But for right now, that's we're gonna have a full design next year. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna probably have like black t-shirts and white t-shirts and have a sick design, hopefully. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great thing for us. But yeah, if you want a tumbler, let me know, and I'll put an order in, and we'll get some order. We'll get them sent out to you, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. I'm sorry for the long rant. I didn't mean to. But I love talking about the stuff that our fans can get, because I know you love rocking your stuff too. So
do I ever? I freaking love it.
I was gonna say you won a JoMo Media t-shirt in a contest we did beginning of last year, but beginning of 2021. So, and it's kind of funny because now that you're part of JoMo Media as a driver and as a co-host, I'm just like, oh sweet, that picture you took, I'm like, I can just use it.
Right? Like it's perfect.
It's perfect.
I got a True North sweater, but my sister stole it.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to tell her to give it back, because that's
like, go order your own.
Exactly, go order your own. And if you guys want to go and order your own, click the link in our bio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The links are there, you guys. It's simple and easy. It'll take you right to the site. You go ahead and order yourself a t-shirt, hat, hoodie. But if you guys are looking to do the tumblers, lanyards, or anything else we got going on down the road, send me a message privately. Send it to us on Facebook and Instagram or Twitter, and we'll get some. We'll put an order in, and hopefully next year, like I said, we're going to stockpile for next year. So if we go to an event, we can start selling t-shirts. If Megan, you start traveling around, I'll give you a few sizes, hang them up at the back of your trailer or something, and start selling some stuff.
Definitely, I'm down for
that. So this weekend, we already brought it up just a little bit earlier, because obviously I'm with the CVM, so I'll be up at Flamborough. But where can they find you this weekend, Megan?
I will definitely be at Oswego Speedway on Friday night, and I think I'm coming to Flamborough on Saturday. It's been like 2 weeks. That's a long time for me. So
I know, right? Like it's weird. It's weird having the weeks off like they do.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're nice and refreshing because like I can go out and go do something. I can go, last week I was up at Sauble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was no one there, but
still, it was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, from what your videos,
Sorry?
From what I saw from your videos, it was really cool. So.
Oh, there's a video I have to put together. I still have to mash up together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So last week with us being up at Sauble, Jacqueline wanted to stay around and check out the sunset. Not a big deal. I love it. I decided to be a smart ass or not smart ass. What I decided to get some footage. So what I did do is I put the GoPro right on the edge of the water. And throughout the entire time, bless her heart.
I freaking love her. I know exactly where this is going.
Oh, okay. So where do you think it's going before I?
Is it the one where she's getting into the shot?
She walks into the shot. I can't remember how long. It's a minute, almost 2-minute video, and all you see is her like pop up, walk around, walk out to the water, walk back, and I'm like, this is why you have ADHD. Like this is when your girlfriend has ADHD and she doesn't understand what staying out of the shot means. Because it was just like, because it's the GoPro, so like it grabs a wide angle. Mm-hmm. I wasn't just focusing on the sunset. I was focusing on the entirety of the plains, essentially. Mm-hmm. of the edge of the edge of the earth as the sun went down. And here she's just walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out. I'm like, then she walks across it. Like,
I want to see it in like sped up, like Jacqueline's like, zoom.
So that's the thing is I can do 3-minute videos on TikTok,
mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like, do I just chop and cut and leave like 10 seconds intervals between them, or do I just absolutely just send the 1:50 video and just send it out there and see what happens?
I do a whole thing.
Like, like I love her to death. I absolutely do. Like anyone who knows me, I love my girlfriend. She's the love of my life. She's the life of the party. Literally sometimes. As we can remember from Niagara Falls last year. Her and Caitlin just beelining. The life of the
party too. Like you guys were like the bomb.
We all started off slow, and then like what really got it going for me was I pounded that drink before she barely left the table.
She didn't even leave.
So to tee it up, last year, Megan, Caitlin, and I did a driver's seat kind of meetup, and we all, us and our significant others, we all went to the falls for a night, and we met up at Boston Pizza down there up on the hill. And you guys had already been there. We ended up in traffic, so we were a little bit behind. We were actually going to go across the street, and we were going to go to Annika Pizza, but we stayed at Boston Pizza. We got some appies, and I ordered myself a drink. Jacqueline ordered herself a fishbowl, and the lady comes back with a fishbowl and the beer, and she puts the beer down. I immediately pick it up, and I like one shot it. Like it was down in absolutely nothing. I set it down. And then next thing you know, everyone's like, where the hell did that go? And I'm like, in my tummy. And
like, I thought you were joking. I thought
I just dumped. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I downed it within like maybe like 5 seconds total. No one was looking. It was gone. That was the best part is I think we were all looking. I can't remember who was talking, but I was like, I need a drink. And just
it's a long drive.
Oh, it was a long drive. That's for sure. A lot of traffic. But anyways, I had a couple drinks. I think I maxed out like 3. And I think you guys had fish bowls and you guys were already working on one. Jacqueline gets there and she downs hers. She's already on her second before you guys finish her first.
I couldn't keep up.
I think Caitlin tied. I think Caitlin got 2 as well.
I think so.
And then we all ran down, and then we decided to go down by the falls. And I don't know if they were tipsy. I don't know if they were drunk. But the next thing I know, Jack and I were walking down holding hands. And next thing you know, she was out of my hands. And then she was like running down the hill. And I'm like, if she falls, she falls. But, you know, it was such, and then of course, lying in the grass at one point.
I just falling asleep. I was so tired.
Oh, it was such a long day for us. We all didn't leave till like, I think you guys left around like 10, 11, I want to say.
Was that when there was a race the next day?
Yeah, we all went back to Flambeau the next day too.
I swear Kate and Dale had to race the next day. I didn't, because I think Pierce thought, no, Chase was racing the next day.
Yeah, so Chase was racing. But yeah, we all had to, Jacqueline and I stayed around for like another, because we stayed around till like almost midnight. And then we headed home. Oh, back when the good old days when gas was cheap. Remember that? Not the $2 it is now, but.
Side note, it cost me $88 to fill up my truck from halfway on the res with my status card. So like that was killer.
Oh my goodness.
Just in case we want to get that rant.
No, I'm not gonna get on that one because like I'm just under half right now, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna cost me, like I'm gonna put in $50 tomorrow, and I know it's just not gonna hit full. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, why? It sucks. Gas prices absolutely suck right now. But you know, I love how we just went on this random rant, and we're supposed to like finishing out the story. So thank you guys if you guys stuck around for our whole rant there and our trip going down memory lane. Thank you. But I think we're gonna have
the best.
You were absolutely the best. You guys are the star of the show, not us. But you know, I think we need to do a JoMo Media, you know, True North Racing podcast. We need to go out for a weekend. You know, I feel like, you know, maybe in the off season, let's book something for like maybe end of October. Let's go away for a weekend. You know, all of us and our significant others, and let's go have some fun. Let's go have some fun, and that way we don't have to worry about leaving and going to a race the next day. But we can, can enjoy ourselves, and I think that would be a great weekend just to see what kind of crap we could get into.
Oh, we could get into a lot.
Oh, I feel like that for sure. You know, we had a good time at Burger Barn a couple months ago. We need to do something like that again. That was always fun. But yeah, you know, that's what we need to do. We need to have our own and document it. I'm bringing the GoPros, my chargers.
We got to do that go-kart track in Kitchener, and we got to bring a whole group. So like, I'm down for anyone. If anyone is still listening and they want to come go-karting, let us know, because
Speed Quest out in Kitchener, Waterloo. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. I'm coming. My big ass. Hopefully you guys got carts that can fit me. Actually, do you remember that when we were talking to Alex Tagliani? I was like, man, I hope your carts can fit me.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, they're fully adjustable. I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm coming. Like, give me a cart that fits me, and it's game over. But yeah, we got to book a time to go to Speed Quest. Anyone who's listening, when we figure it out, we're going to put it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're going to ask you guys to RSVP so we can figure out how big of a group we got going with us. And let's go run some racing. I'll bring my CVM checkered flag, and we'll wave it around if they don't have their own flags. And
you got to bring your actual race helmet. It makes it more authentic.
I'm going to. I'll bring it. I got to do something with that helmet, because I want to get like wrapped, and I want to get like JoMo Media True North Racing Podcast logo on it, kind of like not like the cup, but like a sick design on it. That's what I really want on it. Get the race quip stuff off there and just get. I think that'd be cool. What'd you say?
Sorry, race quip. You're out.
Sorry, race quip. You're out. True North JoMo Media and True North Racing Podcast is in. Actually, I want to get a new visor too. I want the dark gray visor. I need that. That's you don't see nothing. I'm like, oh, you guys are in trouble now. But I love how we just keep talking and ranting. Anyway, thank you guys for checking out the True North Racing Podcast. If you guys stuck around this long, thank you so much.
You can find us on Anchor, Apple, Google, Spotify, and now YouTube.
Absolutely. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all the latest updates on JoMo Media Drivers and where you can find our trio of hosts at a racetrack near you.
For John Morrison, I'm Megan Mitchell. You're listening to the True North Racing Podcast. We'll see us.
Going into overdrive. Drop the flag, then the car zooming by. Hey, True North Racing. Let's go.